Filipino Flash. Pilipinas, nandito na siya upang kanyang ipakita ang aking tapang na galing ng bayan niya. The Filipino Flash. Dito na siya at siya ang mitsa. Hudyat para ang lahat magsigalaw na. Ngayon ang panahon para magkaisa at ang husay ng Pinoy maipakita. At kay Donaire, yun ang kanyang adikain para lahat ng Pilipino pagsamahin. Sang bigis, sang dikit, sang lahi para kahirapan ay mabawi. The Filipino Flash. Pilipinas, nandito na siya upang kanyang ipakita ang aking tapang na galing ng bayan niya. The Filipino Flash. Pilipinas, nandito na siya upang kanyang ipakita ang aking tapang na galing ng bayan niya. The Filipino Flash.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nonito What?
Uy.
Hello po. Good morning, good evening po sa inyo dyan. We have a news.
We have a news, but we're waiting for some other people to come in so we can make a group discussion about yung announcement. So, you know, the announcement is that WBO already declared the winner for the purse bid of Johnriel Casimero at Paul Butler. A lot of people don't know the background of yung winner, so we're going to expound upon that when our bros come into yung stream. So we want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about this, that the only one that bidded on this fight is PROBELLUM?
Si PROBELLUM lang.
PROBELLUM
lang yung nag-bid sa purse bid ni na Casimero at Butler. So walang counter bid yung
there's no counter bid.
Yeah, there's no side.
So let's in case you don't know, sorry, I love my robe and I've been not sleeping. But so in case you guys don't know yung background, let's just rewind. So since we're waiting for our bros to come into the channel. So as you know, there was talk about the Casimero fallout with the negotiation while I'm bringing the bros into this.
Well, the fallout with the negotiation was kasi of their yung problema nila dati, 'di ba, na hindi sila nagkasamahan, parang sama yung loob nila sa isa't isa at kaya nga hindi natuloy yung laban namin because of the contract dispute kasi yung pag-aaway nila sa loob ng kampo nila. With that, parang wala silang communication. So nung ginawa nila yung first bid, hindi nakabid yung kabila because there's no negotiation, there's no parang hindi sila nag-uusapan, walang communication yung side ni Casimero.
Yeah. So the timeline is, you know, of course in September, August pa is when we were negotiating with yung side ni Casimero. Hindi si Johnriel at si Jason, pero yung MP Promotions and Richard Schaefer, who's our promoter at TGB, and MP Promotions, we're all discussing how to get yung Casimero's fight going through. And then we were waiting until like early September, wala pa. And of course, you guys have all seen, I'm sure you've seen it thousands of times na, yung face-off with Casimero. And what came about that was really showing yung miscommunication or walang communication.
Wala silang communication. Parang galit sila sa isa't isa. And I think that's the problem na walang counter bid at hindi nagbibid yung side ni Casimero because wala silang they don't have a communication.
Yeah, and from what we heard, as you guys witness, is that he never got yung contract from to fight Nonito on their side. Yun. So that was the first thing. And then parang I don't know if they were trying to work it out, pero what happened is after that, WBO decided to put down yung mandatory. Si Paul Butler. Paul Butler's from the UK. And we've met him before. He was a alternate WBSS tournament. Talked to his father. And so when we knew the name when it came up. And then I believe, from what I've read online, it about 5 days passed when they were supposed to start negotiations. Pero negotiations were going nowhere. And I put air quotes because that's not my quote. That's from an article. So don't quote me on that, quote the article. Pero negotiations were going nowhere, and MTK, which is yung promoter ni Paul Butler, requested to fast track yung purse bid instead of waiting 20 days, which is usually how long they would take to have a negotiation. They fast tracked it and they scheduled it for October 7th, which is today, so US. Anyone could bid that was a WBO approved promoter that had the licensing of being a promoter. Anyone could have bid. So it was up to whoever wanted to go through. As we know now, the minimum purse bid was 100,000, and yung bid ni PROBELLUM is 105,000. The split between the two purses are 75% and 25%. Let's see. Do I have to take out? Who wants to take out a calculator?
If it's 75%, it's gonna be a little bit over 75,000 for him.
Yes, so 78,750, and then see Paul Butler is getting the remainder of $26,250. So yun, that's where it is now. Do you guys have any questions? Because we are really waiting for, of course, the other camp, representative of the other camp, MP Promotions, is Mark Lontayao, Silvervoice. He is super good at acting at yung place, no? I didn't know that. I was showing Nonito that with on Mark's Facebook. I was like, look, he was doing plays.
Yeah. But I think the most important thing right now too is that para ma-clarify namin yung first bid at kung ano yung magaganap and ano yung posibilidad na mangyari sa laban. Kasi pag walang communication, mahirap kasi yun kasi pag kung ano yung date na the fight date at saka pag walang communication, baka wala silang mapupuntahan in terms of that. Si Pogi for life, nandito po si Pogi for life.
So Sharon, we're just updating the fans like yung timeline that everything happened at when the purse bid or when yung negotiations for yung WBO mandatory was supposed to happen at how it got here, and bakit super bilis yung purse bid at the people surrounding it. I really wanted to expound when Silvervoice gets here. Sino yung PROBELLUM? Kasi if so, here's a little snippet. If you guys don't know, PROBELLUM is actually representative is Richard Schaefer, our promoter.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get too deep into that because I think we want to have a group discussion and then question and answers about some of you guys don't even know who Richard Schaefer is. And then I also want to expound on what PROBELLUM just previewed or premiered a week and a half lang.
And then marami na yung nakukuha nila mga boxer na kagaya ni Regis Prograis, sino pa yung
Badu Jack. There's some UK guys I don't really know.
Maraming in-assign nila ngayon, and they're trying to expand their promotion. And again, maraming salamat po na nandito po kayo, nag-tune in and getting to know kung ano yung nangyari sa first bid with Casimero at Butler. And we'll have our mga other side of the ano.
And you
The
guys, we don't
MPs.
we're not gonna, this is not ano yun, like a gripe fest like sa channel ni David. It's going to be just joke, bro. Don't get mad. We're only gonna present the facts, and I'll tell
Yes.
you if I only heard it, and it's not coming from me talaga. So let's hear what people are saying. Ang baba ng first bid.
Super.
Oo, yan yung problema, 'di ba, natin nung nag-face to face kami ni Casimero dati, 'di ba? Sabi ko na paano lang kayo kung kailangan magpakumbaba, gawin niyo na lang 'yun kasi
Be humble.
at least yung pag makalaban tayo parang mas malaki pa yung makukuha mo eh. Pag sa first bid hindi mo malaman kung ano yung ibibigay ng mga promoter, yung ano yung mga bid na ibibigay nila, tsaka yung pangalan mo sa boxing hindi gaano kalaki. So the guys are gonna try to lowball. And unfortunately, yun nga nangyari dito na ang binibid ng 100,000, 105,000. So I think that's a lesson in itself for them. David, ano ba yung masasabi mo? I know you were talking about this earlier in your channel.
Sorry,
Yeah,
we had to leave. Super.
Yeah, yun nga, yung relate ko rin yung sinabi ni Champ Nonito, even us ay nag-participate kami na maayos yung sitwasyon, maayos yung relation between sa promoter kay Sir Shan and itong sa kampo ni Casimero, but they do nothing. No, wala silang ginawa. So bagkos yun nga, tumatawid pa sa labas sa promoter. They trying to reach out dito sa kampo ni Champ Nonito, no, without any consent ng promotion. So which is napaka disrespect sa iyong promotion nung ginawa mo. So this is the consequences, yun. Sabi nga rin ni Champ Nonito 'di ba? 105,000. Oh, tapos sabihin na natin 70-30 o 60-40 in favor of the champion. Pero 'di ba? Hindi lang 'yun yung $60,000 na 'yun, mababawasan pa tax, yung sa promoter, yung sa coach mo, nako, manager. So, 'di ba, tignan mo yung consequences ng mga nangyari na ito. Oh, pagpalagay na natin may 900,000 pesos kayo uuwi.
You know, David, that's something that we should probably cover, mamaya, is because people think when you have a purse, yun na, they don't understand yung big breakdowns that fighters have to pay.
Kasi,
I want to, why do I hear an echo on my side? Sorry. Okay, so I want to address this one, Ken Viper. Why can't I see it on this side? Si Silvervoice nagpalala ng issue na yan.
Nagpalala. No. That's not
internal yan. Internal problem yan.
Oo. Sino ba ang umpisa? Silvervoice, tahimik nga yan sa US siya ang tinitira. And yung mga bosses, marunong yan makiramdam, hindi man nila maintindihan yung Tagalog. Alam nila yung thoughts, alam nila yung ibig mong sabihin. And then, nung after ng laban niya kay Rigo, pagkakuha ng $200,000, uwi ka agad. Wala na bayaran kahit isa. Silvervoice, lahat ng staff ng tumulong, nagtrabaho kay Casimero, walang binayaran. Hindi niya binayaran. Kinuha ka agad pera. And that's the truth. Sinasabi ko sa iyo, Ken Viper, yung totoo. At wag kang magagalit, Wag kang magagalit dahil nalaman mo yung totoo. At least magpasalamat ka sa akin kasi nalalaman mo yung totoo. Kung gusto mo pang malaman yung pinakatotoo, i-PM mo ko, sasagutin kita.
And Ken Viper, you have to understand that, you know, Silvervoice works for MP Promotions. That's his boss. So he has to report everything that's going on with yung boxer. He can't just parang turn a blind eye that nothing's happening. And then if MP Promotion finds out that Silvervoice knew about whatever Casimero was doing and he didn't report, he can get in trouble. Which one is better? I think because people are thinking that and Silvervoice already clarified this, he doesn't work for Team Casimero. He works for MP Promotions. So even if he is told to look after Casimero, it's a hierarchy of yung whose orders are you gonna follow, and it's always gonna be MP Promotions kasi that's the boss. That's who pays Silvervoice.
And at that time na nalaman din natin na may issue sina MP Promotion at saka si Casimero. So of course, yun nga sinabi ni Ma'am ni Bossing dito na
Ma'am Rachel?
ni Ma'am Rachel na pag ganun yung ano, you have to go with someone who employed you, di ba? Kaya nga sabi ni Silvervoice, he works for MP. So pag yung nagkagulo na nalaman natin na may pagkagulo yung or miscommunication or ano ba yung tatawagin natin doon between MP Promotion or Sean Givens at saka Casimero, of course, he's gonna come out to go to the other side. But yun nga, ang problema natin dito or problema nila dito is wala silang komunikasyon towards the promotion. Kaya nga yung nag first bid, isa lang promotion ang nag first bid. At mahirap po 'yun kasi wala kang magagawa doon eh pag ganun yung happenings. Kung walang communication sa promotion, baka igaganap na yung laban ganitong time, walang nagne-negotiate para sa iyo eh. Kung gusto mong time na mag-training, sasabihin nila 5 weeks, pa ready na yung kabila, ikaw hindi ka pa ready, wala ka na magagawa dun eh. That's why it's always best to communicate sa mga kasamahan mo in terms of sa promotion.
Ganito yan eh. Pwede ko na ito isisi sa mga solid supporters, no? Ni Champ Casimero. Bakit? Bakit yung mga negative na nanggagaling sa bibig namin ni Brother David nakakarating doon? Bakit yung call out namin halos everyday? Lagi namin, bro, Tata, bro, Jason, makipag-communicate lang kayo sa amin, mag-reach out lang kayo sa amin. Bakit? Kaya nga nandito yung Donaire family na gusto nilang tumulong at andito rin kami ni Bro David na tapos anuhan nyo pa kami na sasabihan nyo pa kami na halata na may galit kami no, we feel bad kung ano man yung nangyayari sa karir ni Bro Tata kasi eto yun alam nyo kayo mga solid supporters kung talagang kumbaga may care kayo kaya Champ Tata, sana pinarating niyo yung mga call out na sana mag-reach out sila sa amin. Kasi bakit? Meron kasing dapat pinag-uusapan at sana napapayuhan din namin sila na bro, ganito na lang gawin nyo bro para matuloy. Alam mo yon na hindi naman sila para utusan at hindi naman sila para kumbaga i-guide nga lang talaga sila sa totoo lang. At andito yung family Donaire. Kaya lang, alam nyo, naging kalaban pa rin ang naging tingin. Pero sana nakaabot na lang yung mga call out namin nila Bro David every time. Kahit kanina, for the last chance, nag-call out pa rin ako sa live ko.
Patrick Domingo Bailon, pabayaan mo sila kung may issue sila. Wag ka magaling, bro. Let me answer that, Patrick. If we had someone during yung early part ng career niya that experience yung hardship at all the trials and tribulations we went through, I'm not going to tell that person, you don't know anything, just leave me alone. I'm going to learn from that person's experience so then I don't make yung same mistake. Parang you just want to just leave Casimero out in the street. It's like parang he's not another Pinoy brother that we're trying to help be on the world stage. That's the problem with yung isip mo.
No, ang problema hindi naman sa ano, okay lang yung Patrick Domingo kasi alam ko na there was an issue with me and him. And thank you for saying that because you are just saying the words from what you have yung nakita nyo sa argument namin or sa issue namin ni Casimero. Pero wala kami sa ring ngayon eh. At ako naman bilang Pilipino, kahit ganun yung nangyari, gusto ko rin na matulungan din kasi alam ko na wala silang experience eh. Lahat naman tayo, pag bata tayo, di ba, akala natin invisible tayo, na hindi tayo nasasaktan, hindi tayo na ano. So, in this early stage sa career niya, ganun yung feeling niya eh, na parang hindi siya like he's untouchable na siya yung talagang superstar. Eh, ayoko naman na mapunta siya doon sa I don't want him to fall hard, no? It's great to learn the experience at saka kaya nga nandito ako kahit may issue kami dati, tulungan ko pa rin kasi alam ko na pag mahulog yan ng malalim and he might not be able to come back from where he's at. And with that, it would be a dishonor for me being a Filipino na nakita ko yung kapatid
Kapwa
ko
mo.
Filipino, kapwang Filipino na he's buried in the dirt na hindi na makaakyat. And you know, and of course we support him na parang bilang world champion, we have to respect that. Kahit iba yung personalidad niya, gimmick lang po kasi yan mga ano or whatever it may be, we still don't want to see our fellow Filipino na mag-crash at malalim yung maaabutan instead of mataas yung aabutan.
Mrs. Rachel and Champ, yung first bid po ba, is that the same thing that happened Camboso at Lopez fight? And now things got complicated dahil laging napo-postpone. That's a long word. Napo-postpone.
Hindi
Okay.
napo-postpone.
Napo-postpone.
Iba na yung napopokpok.
Okay, so Sir G, yes, that is what happened with yung Camboso's fight at C. Lopez. There was a purse bid, and three promoters bid. Top rank, in order of yung pinaka-least ng bid ha. Top rank, Matchroom, and then C. Triller.
Yes.
Parang we always do this eh. What?
Yeah. Yun nga eh.
Si Casimero started yung 3 eh.
So with that,
Triller won the fight.
Triller won the bid. Pero nga ngayon ini-announce nila na hindi nila ipo-promote yung laban. So yung promotion I will go to the next the highest bid. So ang problema yan eh, parang almost 1 year na, almost 1 year naganap yung first bid at nabigyan sila ng schedule, eh yun pa rin at the end of it all na-cancel yung laban and they have to go to the lower bid and the lower bid.
Okay, so I think this is Silvervoice. Yan. Nice hat. I like the color.
Excuse me.
Hello, Ma'am Rachel. Hello, Champ Nonito. Hello, Bro Sherwin. Hello, Bro David. Yeah, I just the news was just delivered to me also, and I just created a content regarding that. And as a former supporter or team member of that, we were actually shocked and of course somehow sad dito sa nangyaring first bid nito because only $5,000 above the minimum first bid, but alam naman natin yung neto niyan, yung net hindi, kumbaga mas bababa pa. Yun po ang nakakalungkot din sana, yun yung pinupush din sana namin ng mga kaibigan namin. We're trying to convince yung mga dati naming mga kapatid, to make it up with our bosses. But I think as far as I I'm concerned, I think medyo hindi yata pa rin na nagawa yun. So, I cannot disclose any yung parang mga specific information, but yeah, some of you guys, I already read the comments. Some of you are correct. Of course, our promoter, dahil nga sila yung medyo na binangga, hindi sila nakipag-ano sa first bid, and this promotion, yung Probellum, they won the first bid. I'm not sure if they're the only one who participated, but I think that will be it, because hindi naman yun mauuwi lang sa ganun kababa na first bid if some other promotions are if they would love to promote or to buy this fight.
Silvervoice, you are correct. The only bid came from Probellum. So now that you're here, I wanted to introduce sino yung Probellum. Probellum is the person who's running Probellum is Richard Schaefer. And if you guys don't know yet, we are signed with Richard Schaefer. So wherever Richard Schaefer goes, we go. They've signed Regis Progress recently and Badu Jack. They're co-promoting with the biggest names in Australia, Dubai, UK, and they're still going. So it's a very big fighter-driven initiative. So I knew already from behind the scenes that there wasn't going to be very much of a fight over this fight. It wasn't going to be a war.
Wala kasing because of the fact that walang communication sa kabila who is gonna fight for you pag hindi mo nirespeto yun they're not gonna fight for you, they're not gonna bid for you.
Exactly.
So yun na po is yun nga, unfortunately pag tinuloy nila yung laban ko, they would have earned at least 4 times the amount.
And let me just tell you, in case you don't also know, that Richard Schaefer was the one behind Golden Boy Promotions, who made Golden Boy Promotions what it was. And now he's with Probellum, and everything he touches is absolute gold. So it's interesting to me because we all know that Jason had reached out to us. He wanted to talk to Richard. Parang law of attraction in this weird way.
In a way.
Now he's talking to Richard because he's the one that's going to be putting on the fight. Silvervoice, we were also talking about yung purse breakdown. As far as I understand, it's 75-25 for this one, for the WBO. So, do you want to give some insight? Because I think a lot of people think that when a fighter has a purse, they go home with the whole purse.
Yeah,
give some insight on that.
Actually, ma'am, that's the part na nagkakaroon talaga ako ng hirap or challenge pagka yung pinapaliwanag ko sa mga kaibigan natin na kasi they're expecting kung ano yung talaga actual purse na halimbawa yun ang na i-present sa'yo. Of course, there are some, yung mga deductions, reimbursements, mapupunta sa manager mo, promoter mo, yung mga nagastos din. Syempre, mapauuwi sa'yo yung neto, yung net na lang na makukuha mo. But nakakalungkot lang, most of the time, ang ine-expect pa rin nila makuha yung exact figure nung purse na hindi, na kumbaga nahihirapan tayong ipaintindi sa kanila kahit may breakdown or what. But dito po sa nangyaring ito, kung ganyan na 5 grand above the minimum lang, pagkatapos meron pang cut of course sa manager or kung sino man nang nag-ano sa iyo, pagkatapos sa pagkakaalam ko the current manager of the WBO champion is still looking after him, yung monetary compensation niya na kumbaga pinaglalaban niya pa rin magpahas hanggang ngayon. I understand that he'll be working to get kung what he deserves dito sa mangyayaring laban na ito, and just to think of how much will be left dito sa kay Champ Casimero, medyo nakakalungkot because if he just trusts the process and cooperate with the promoters, he'll be of course ang makukuha niya talagang napakalaki against sa Champ Nonito Donaire.
Yes.
And if against Naoya Inoue, talagang sky is the limit. So, of course, hindi natin maiwasan na may mga ganyang bagay na mangyari. But I hope that everybody learned from this situation. Of course, we would like to appreciate them because Cham Donito always there to, trying to support and give his advice to everyone regardless of the issue kung ano man ang nangyari before, but he is still there to give guidance and to enlighten all the people na ano ba itong first bid, hindi nila kumbaga alam nang nila, pamilyar sila sa ito isang subasta, but ang proseso ng first bid when it comes to boxing kumbaga most of us hindi talaga pa natin purely naiintindihan yun. So we would like to appreciate the Donaire couple beyond the ring with the champ and Ma'am Rachel for clarifying things, no, for our fans to be more knowledgeable with regards to this kind of process pagdating sa mundo ng boxing.
Thank you. And you guys, so talking about this, yung net, ha? So if you're gonna have 100%, let's just talk about a round number. $100,000 is yung purse. That's what you're signing for. Merong fee for your manager that ranges.
Manager, coaches.
Yeah, wait. So
Yeah.
yung manager is usually about, depende. Some take 20%, some take 30%.
Ang pinaka-high is 33%.
33% is yung highest. So there's the 33% na. Then after that, if you're not fighting sa Pilipinas, I don't know how it is when they fight there, pero sa US or sa UK, sa Japan, they'll already take off yung taxes mo. And then when you file the tax year, then they'll give it back to you. So yung taxes sa States, they take out another 30%. And that's
Yes.
yung from 100,000. So now we're down to what? Maybe
40.
40,000 na.
Yeah, 40%.
And then, yung head trainer mo usually takes another 10%. Where are we now?
30.
Yeah.
30.
You see how this,
Wala na.
you guys have to understand, it's not, when you see yung big number ng purse, there's things that need to be paid.
Yeah.
It's not like that's clean and clear yung money mo. You have to pay all the other
manager
people.
ko to, nagiging trainer ko to, nagiging
You're
nutritionist,
good in math, huh?
nagiging lahat ko to.
You're good in math.
Let's do this one. We all know that the Casimero Bros is not knowledgeable, but si Manda, oh my gosh.
Sinamantala ng mga kaibigan ko no pinalaki ang issue sa social media, even go over by throwing shit at them.
Okay, let me clarify this before my bros might go off and I'm going to see Silvervoice's face in the camera.
I want to handle this shit.
No one is making, even, let's just throw out yung social media, ha? This has nothing to do with what went on in the background. Yung disrespect with the promoter. Kasi even we could throw anything back and forth. We're not the ones making decisions. It's yung oligarchs ng boxing community.
Mhm.
That's who's pulling the strings. That's who's saying what's going to happen, who you're going to fight, when you're going to fight. And if you don't play by their rules and what they like, then they're going to pull you down. It doesn't matter if we're mad at them. They got someone really upset sa taas that this is what's happening. So
Yes.
I'm not going to expound on yung issue that people were throwing crap kasi we're you can throw crap at us all day. We're nobody in
this. It doesn't really
this.
matter with the bigger guys kasi alam niyo po kasi kahit ano man yung mangyayari sa social media, wala pakialam yung mga higher ups. Kung galit siya sa inyo, kahit ikaw ay even if you're a saint sa social media na marami kang pag galit talaga sa iyo, they will ban you. They will make you suffer. Kaya nga it's we know naman in every essence of life, business and just life in itself, may upper ups may higher ups na nagko-call ng shot. Pag nagagalit yun sa iyo, ay na-fired ka, di ba? So it's just in that essence na kahit ano yung gagawin mo, especially in the social media, as much as naapektuhan tayo mga tao, mga supporters or mga fans, sa ultimate call of yung decision is galing po sa mga higher ups.
And you have to remember that they're the ones putting out yung money, diba? So if they're investing their money on you as a boxer, it is your responsibility to uphold and come up to that level to deserve the purse. At if you're having so many controversies and intriga and things like that that could lower the fanfare for you, they have the option to just not support you because they don't want that kind of gulo in yung business and that could affect yung pera.
And you know, this is something I want to understand then as well, and I want to get the guys' opinion with this one kasi um my experience na kayo sa mga boxing, especially Silvervoice, being around MP and helping out the boxers. Ano po yung masasabi nyo in terms of ang path na mapupuntahan ni Casimero with this whole situation? Ano po yung makikita nyo in terms of all of that?
Mahirap champ, mahirap sagutin yan actually. As much as possible, I don't want to talk about that, especially if this thing continues. Alam talaga natin na talagang medyo magi-jeopardize ang kanyang career. Itong sinabi ni Open Close nga, sir, gusto ko lang din sagutin. Kung ano man yung issue na sinasabi mo, brother, sa social media, napakaliit na porsyento pa lang yan. Kung ano yung nangyayari inside na hindi namin pwede i-disclose, na yung parang idea lang is disrespect na disrespect yung mga higher bosses and
Internal problem talaga to eh.
Yeah, yung mga bigger guys behind the boxing scene. Iba po yun. Iba yung itong social media thing, mababaw lang po yan. Hindi totoo yung sinabi ni Champ Nonito, hindi yun pinapansin. Iba pa yung nangyaring kumbaga parang total disrespect sa mga matataas na tao sa likod ng eksena. Sa mga hindi niyo nakikita sa camera, iba pa po yun. So, ako lang po mga idol, of course, we're still hoping na sana magkakaroon ng liwanag na one day magising na and they will realize that they will not be going anywhere if this thing continue. And I think, you know, a sacrifice lang po yan eh. There's no harm in trying. Maybe you reach out, maybe you know, ask again for another chance, even if it is not guaranteed, but as long as you tried, maybe to save your career, for example, mas maigi ng subukan kaysa hindi. Kasi
may change, di ba?
Sa nangyayari ngayon, bro Sherwin, if there's only one promotion who participated yung dun sa first bid, it means no one wants to buy the fight. No one wants to, you know, go and have a business with, you know
nobody cares. Di ba?
Yeah, and even yung promotion na magkabilang kampo, kumbaga doon pa lamang magkahalata ka na siguro may iba na nagtatanong bakit hindi yung MP or yung TGB or PBC, alam niyo na nga nabangga nga sila so ito na yung result nung nung nakikita niyo or na yung nagawa, mga kaibigan. Ito din talagang
discarrel, bro. Discarrel talaga ito. Totally discarrel, bro. Anong nangyari, di ba? Kasi ito na nga bro, Mark. Kaya nga marami na nagbend ng knees, marami na nagbow ng head sa King, bro. I mean is doon sa promotion niya ni Bro Tata. Kung sana, sabi ko nga nag-reach out sana yung mga totoong supporter, bro. Kasi alam mo kung bakit? Ang mga nakakarating kasi doon sa kabilang kampo is lahat ng mga masasamang nasabi lang namin ni Bro David. Alam mo yun? Pero yung I mean yung call out namin na, oy, you guys have to contact us. Alam mo yun, na mag-reach out kayo sa amin. Wala naganap na ganun kasi, Bro Mark At least man lang sana napayuhan natin sila na, bro, ganito na yung gawin natin para magtuloy yung magandang karera sana. Sayang, kahit ako nangihinayin ako, bro.
Well, ang akin lang po masasabi diyan, bro Sherwin, Champ Nonito, whoever kung sino man yung bumabackup sa kanila ngayon, we are wishing you good luck. Sana may magawa kayo sa kung ano man ang recent na nangyayari, because they are former brothers, of course. talagang ano din kami, somehow, kahit ganito ang nangyari, nagmamalasakit pa rin kami. I hope
Totoo.
na kayong mga nag-take over dyan, mapangatawanan nyo yung mga siguro nabitawang salita,
Problema na,
convince
oo.
them, kayo na pong bahala dyan. I hope na kung ano man ang nangyari, kayo na din po ang gumawa ng move para syempre i-guide din yung sila champ, 'di ba? Sila brother, i-guide sila kung ano ang marapat nilang gawin, or on behalf of them kayo po ang gumalaw. Kasi po sa tingin ko napakalaki po ng plano kay sa ating WBO champion. Kaya nga lang po
Totoo.
dahil sa mga siguro mga plano na narinig nila, siguro hindi ko naman sinasabing dun sa mga people around them ngayon, pero baka we can do it on our own. Maybe we can earn more if we go directly. Yung mga ganyan, maybe hindi ko sinasabing gano'n. So maybe yun na naging dahilan kung bakit ganyan na naging takbo. So sana po kayong mga nandyan na ngayon, wala na kami sa circle nila. So sana po ay gawan nyo din ng paraan para po kahit papaano magawan po ng o maremedyohan yung pong nila nangyayari sa kanila ngayon.
Parang nakita ko si Paul Butler dito
I know. I saw it.
Ito ba yan, Champ? Para poser lang yan, ha?
The new. The new.
Yun nga, the one question beforehand is na ano ba yung it's about kung ano yung mangyayari sa after the fight with Paul Butler or ano yung mangyayari. The thing is, ang questionable yun questionable kasi yun because of the fact that is there gonna be a fight? Are they gonna be told, like I was saying kanina, na what if Paul Butler in shape na at binigyan sila ng 5 weeks, sila na yung magpo-promote at saka si Tata hindi pa in shape, wala na siya magagawa dun kailangan niyang mag-lose weight, di ba? So it all comes down to always working with the promotion kasi hindi makakaya natin yun. And of course, when Silvervoice was saying something about just working with the ano ba yung sabi niya, nakalimutan ko na dami ko na sa isip ko na-distract kasi ako ni Paul Butler yeah, but that's the whole situation with the Casimiros is mahirap magdiretso ka ng promoter kung akalain mo na malaki yung bayad mo or ganito ganyan because you'll overprice yourself or you undervalue yourself. Kaya nga may promoter at saka manager na mag-negotiate para sa iyo because so that way you'll have malaman mo na ano yung presyo, and they'll go from the price from the last fight to this fight. Pag hindi mo alam yung ano yung nakukuha mo the last fight, how are you supposed to negotiate for the next fight? So yun po ang ating problema nila ngayon is dumidiretso po sila sa promotion na kaya nahihirapan yung mga promoter kasi parang hindi nila nabibigyan ng respeto yun
So I'm smiling because I keep getting news right now. So from what we understand, this is coming. The phone call was from Richard. He wanted to tell me that they had gotten the purse bid, and that but then we already saw it online, so he was kind of a couple minutes too late for telling me the flashing news. But they're planning on it December 11th, either from Dubai or Liverpool. So December 11th, in case you guys haven't done the calculations, is already 9 weeks away. So Casimero has 9 weeks to figure out, well, not figure out, but make weight, be in camp for the next 9 weeks. I don't know where his camp's going to be, but the time is ticking already. It's been ticking. It has now begun. So I highly suggest that he figures everything out. That's with him. He told me yung lineup. Of course, I can't say yung lineup na that they're thinking of having on yung the show on the undercard. Maganda. maganda. I think it'll be an amazing show, and with Richard involved, he always does an amazing job when it comes to putting on shows.
I agree, ma'am. No, 9 weeks. So, sa current situation, I think the WBO champion has to pay his own house, has to plan his own training camp. Of course, he has to make weight. It's all them right now. So, hopefully they will start or they will create a plan as early as today kung ano na ang kanilang magiging plano, because I think this will be the first time that they will be spending their own money for this for the training camp for this fight, because um like I said, as you can see naman, because of what's happening, because of what happened, even first bid hindi po wala po diyan ang hindi niyo nakikita diyan sila Sir Sean. So I think they need to act now and start planning for their training camp.
Well, and for the fans' information, yung purse bid does not include any training expenses. So just to be clear, it will have to come out of Casimero's pocket for yung housing if ever he decides to not put his camp sa Ormoc. If he wants to go to Manila, he's gonna have to pay yung flight. Lahat.
Flight, everything. Yung mga gastusin, it's gonna be shouldered by him. Lahat na. Kasi wala nang promoter na nagba-backup sa kanya. Kaya nga mahirap pag sinusolo mo yung career mo.
Yeah.
Wala kang
Yun po yung hindi naintindihan ng ating mga kaibigan, siguro yung mga dati nating kaibigan na just because of the thinking na we can get much more higher amount if we go directly, yun ang thinking na we don't need a promoter. But yung mga nagagawa ng promoter, like shouldering the airfare, hotel accommodation, food during the whole duration of your training camp, yun siguro yung medyo na-overlook because talagang spoon-fed naman all throughout the career under a promoter. Alam naman nila Champ Nonito yan na talagang sinasagot ng promoter yan. But if you go independent, doon mo mararamdaman ang sakit sa bulsa, because alam ko yan kung magkano ang binabayad ni Sir Sean sa mga house na nire-rent namin each month. Lalo na sa US.
You guys have nice houses that you guys are staying at, no?
Madumi lang, ma'am, dahil hindi kami naglilinis lang. But, yun yung mga small things na baka na-overlook na if you will not have your promoter with you shouldering these expenses, yung parang nagpapaluwal muna prior to the fight, napakahirap. Napakahirap po, lalo na kung boxer ang shoulder niyan. So, I hope that the people around them will find a way, no, para sila ang gumawa ng paraan at magayos, because like what Ma'am Rachel stated, the clock is ticking. We only have like 9 weeks for this training camp, and making weight is crucial.
And going into the shouldering the expenses, minsan napopospone yan, no? So ahaba pa yung lalaki pa yung yung gastusin mo. Gastusan all that financial stuff, like the Camboso fight, or the Lopez Camboso fight, di ba? Na-extend. Imagine kung nangyari yun kay Casimero, pupunta ng Manila and then na-extend, gagasto ka ng gagasto eh. So they don't put that into calculation that may mangyari minsan. So that's the unfortunate truth.
Duni Ray Sepulveda said, what would be the possible solution regarding Casimero's problem or conflict between MP promotion?
I want to answer that, Ma'am Rachel.
Okay, sige.
Ito lang po ang talagang masakit man talaga, sa prangkahan lang tayo. Mamimili lang naman si Tata dyan eh. Career o kapatid niya. Yun lang naman yan eh. Isa lang naman yan, kasi ang ganda-ganda ng plano kay Tata pero sinisira ng kapatid niya eh. And yan ang sinasabi ko lagi paulit-ulit eh. Maski nung nagrekta yung kapatid niya na nag-tweet ng Bob Aram, sa'yo na kami pipirma para matuloy lang laban. Disrespect yun sa promotion eh. Di ba? Hindi naman tayo may weather, hindi tayo Pacquiao eh. Nakaya nating di ba? Nakaya natin kahit walang promotion. Hindi eh. Di ba? Parang nandun pa lang tayo, nag-uumpisa pa lang tayo eh. Oh, so yung mga hindi pa dito nakakapanood sa channel ko, no, ngayon nyo lang ako makikita, baka sabihin nyo nagbibida-bida. No. Ilang beses na namin yan na ini-explain dun sa channel ko. So, pasensya na talaga sa mga nayayabangan sa akin dito, pero totoo lang ako magsalita, diretso ako magsalita eh. Wala akong paligoy-ligoy eh.
Pero
So,
tol, ano na yung
yun
question
lang.
nga, 'di ba? Yun na sabi mo, actually naano natin yan nagkausap na tayo nila Bro Jason. And kumbaga, ipinasa na natin yung bola sa kanya. So it's up to him right now if
Oo.
mag-reach out ba siya sa mga bossing to fix things. I'm not sure kung may nangyaring pag-uusap, hindi ko alam, hindi ko din naman tinatanong si Sir Sean kung anong ano. Kumbaga, if this is the result na nakita natin, malamang walang nangyaring pag-reach out o pagsubok na maayos yung current situation. So, if yung question ni Sir kanina is to ano ba ang solusyon kung kung may posibilidad pa maayos, yun po yun. If of course, if they are willing to fix things, of course, 'di ba, kung ikaw ay you go against the big guys, ano ba yung first thing mo na gagawin para to resolve it? Of course, syempre, alam namang sila pa mag-reach out sa'yo, di ba? Or sila pa ang magpumilit sa'yo para gawin ito gawin ganyan. Hindi. Kailangan you initiate. Ikaw ang magkukusa dyan.
Joe Barrios, champ question. Isn't the promoter obliged to take care of his fighter in all ways? Let me just, and then you can come in. Huh?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay. They are obliged to abide by the contract. So what I'm saying by that is usually fighters sign a contract with a promoter and it stipulates yung minimum ng fights per year. So if your contract only says 2 times per year and the fighter's already done 2 fights in the amount of 12 months, they already did their obligation in yung contract. Everything else na is just bonus. So that's all I have to say about the contract.
Also, minsan, pag ayaw na talaga ng promoter, say, for instance, there's stipulation sa kontrata na nakalagay 2 fights a year and then nabigyan ka ng 1 fight pero hindi pa yun nabigyan ng one more fight in the year, this is what will happen, no? They will set him out pag ayaw na talaga yung boxer. They'll set him up for a year and then, of course, they can go for the breach of contract, and then with the breach of contract, the promoter will fight for that. So you guys will go to legal battles. I-extend pa yung i-extend pa yung mga time na napapasok ka pa ng ring because of all of that stuff. Kaya nga, it's always best to work well and negotiate properly with respect. Kasi pag wala kang mahirap talaga, especially if the promoter is a shot caller.
Dooney, I
Tama
want
po
to
yan.
answer this
Ay, sorry.
question and then Silvervoice is going. Sorry. Go ahead.
Ayan, ano ko lang, tama po yung sinabi ni Ma'am Rachel, ma'am, kung sino po yung nagtanong. Nasa stipulation po yun sa contract. Let's say, pipirma ng contract yung boxer at nakasaad dun sa contract that the promoter will shoulder all the accommodation, airfare, and food during this and that for this fight. Yun po, ibig sabihin po, na responsibilidad po ng promoter. And depende po sa kontrata. Kung nakasaad naman po sa kontrata na hindi sasagutin ng promoter, let's say, yung accommodation mo, ibig sabihin, ikaw po ang sasagot nun kung ikaw ang fighter. Depende po. Basta po lahat ng kasunduan ay depende po yan kung ano po ang nakasaad sa kontrata po. Dooney Ray, Silvervoice, do you think every promotion are still open to negotiate or to fix the problem? Anything is possible naman, sir. Anything is possible. Sa akin, hindi ko din hawak yung kung anong iniisip ng aming mga bosses, kung ano ba yung level or yung kumbaga magnitude ng nangyari na ito, kung gaano sila naapektuhan as our bosses, kung ano ba gaano pa kalaki ito, kasi ayoko din pong asisain yung mga detalye ng nangyaring conflict na ito, but siguro meron pa rin naman, kumbaga anything is possible naman but there are some sacrifices nga lang din talaga na siguro magiging may mga kondisyones na magiging mabigat kung gustong magpatuloy yung karera. Because if pagpatuloy po natin, Sir Dooney, na sumalungat sa Agos, talagang, 'di ba? Sabi nga ni Champ Nonito there are bigger guys that we can see controlling this sport, 'di ba? Controlling the strings of the puppet. Totoo po 'yan, mga idol. Kung tayo po ay babanggain natin sila, yun po ang realidad na gusto po naming ipaintindi. Kung yan po ay hindi kami papakinggan, ano na lang po, okay. And then sana maging successful po sila sa kanila pong mga tatahakin pa. But sa akin lamang kung sila ay nanatiling, 'di ba, magalang, marespeto at masunurin, kagaya ng dati naman, talagang sky is the limit. Like, mega fights, mega fight after mega fight sana ang plano, but because of this, medyo nagkaroon ng, sabi nga ni Bro Sherwin, na diskarel. So, yun lang po. Yun lang pong aking pasensya na po kung hindi ako din makasagot ng direkta dahil ako din po ay kontrolado lamang kung ano po ang pwede kong isagot at sabihin.
At Dooney, I just want to point out with yung first bid, there's nothing more to negotiate na. So even if they make, if MP Promotions and Casimero comes together before yung laban with Paul Butler, there's no negotiation with Paul Butler anymore.
Yeah.
There's PROBELLUM holds the fight. So there's no, well, we need more money or can we, move the date or whatever. Wala na talaga. Kasi that's what happens with the first bid. So, yun.
At saka yung sinabi ni Bro David kanina na kung lalampasan niyo itong issue na to, kailangan mag-choose siya kasi parang yun lang talaga ang problema is with the siding with the family as compared to siding with the career, So yun nga, kailangan niya mag-choose. Kung hindrance yung kapatid niya, kailangan niya mag-choose na sabihin niya na kailangan ko tong laban na to, kailangan ko na we have to work together with then kailangan niya, he has to, kasi siya yung lumalaban sa loob ng ring, he has to have that voice, even if his family is saying otherwise, So I believe that would be one of the key remedy na magka-isa sila sa desisyon, hindi lang sa kapatid or sa boxer. At least they'll have to be one in together na parang isa lang yung desisyon nila and to get along with MP Promotion.
Yeah. Let's just make it
Parang
funny.
tulala si David dun sa gilid nakatitik lang.
Nakakalungkot din, Champ, no? Dahil ako rin, even Champ, kaya nga nandito si Champ kasama natin ngayon kasi naging close na kami ni Champ kasi noon tinutulungan talaga tayo ni Champ na gusto talaga rin ni Champ na matuloy yung laban, no? Ng Johnriel Casimero. Gustong-gusto talaga, but hindi natin hawak yung mga desisyon nila nung nandun wala tayong magagawa.
Yun nga At saka for me, even if kung matuloy man yung laban or hindi matuloy yung laban, again, kahit may issue kami, I still don't want to see na he'll dig his grave because he's being unreasonable with the promoter, Again, we don't want to make that mistake kasi alam ko naman na maraming boksingero we're very replaceable, especially na kasi for me, malaki na yung malaki na yung pangalan ko. For him, he's getting there where people are noticing him. Right now, yung mga Pilipino yung nakakita sa kanya. He's not at the level na lahat ng mga tao sa buong mundo ay are wanting him or seeing him. So, with that, you just have to you have to roll with the punches. And yun lang talaga. It's like what I said before, nung nag-usap kami, is to get along. Yun lang talaga yung magagawa nila, especially now. Kung kailangan mag-sorry, Kung mag-sorry ka na.
Yeah.
Yeah, hindi rin natin makokontak eh. Naka-block din ako. Kaya nga, di ba, champ, sabi nga siya, I'm still trying to, reach them out. But, naka-block ako eh. Paano, hindi makarating yung mensahe natin. Kaya nga, sinasabi ko, yung sa mga talagang solid supporter ni Champ Casimero dito, is kung talagang sumusuporta kayo at concerned kayo sa karera ni Champ Casimero, you guys have to tell them to reach this, kahit na lang sino rito sa nakikita nyo, na para makatulong, na makapag-advise sa kanya na mas maayos, mas maganda. Hindi para sulsulan, hindi para turuan, kundi para mapayuhan lang.
Benny
Eh,
Gogol, they have to kiss their ass. I want
Who?
to clarify that. Nobody has to do any ass kissing. There just has to be responsibility for
Respect.
anong nangyari. Is that the right
Yes.
word? Yay! See, I'm getting better.
Gumagaling ka na mag-Tagalog, ha?
Ang galing na nga. Hanga na nga ako.
Nag-nosebleed na ako nito eh. And then ngayon, parang naintindihan ko na to eh. So, no, but
Napakadali naman sabihin kasi yung sorry. Silvervoice. Nagawa ko nga
ano
eh.
kasi, instead of good people na makakausap, they're talking with yung maling tao.
I know.
They're talking with that, 'di ba? Dun sa taong hindi naman magsasabi sa kanila ng dapat nilang gawin, na yun talagang nararapat yung gawin. Hindi eh. Bagkus, ano pa yung mga naririnig natin? May mga ibang channel pang mga malalaki na bumabangga sa atin. No, wag yung gagawin. Champion yan. Champion yan. Wag mo yan. Oh,
Now.
Oh,
hindi tayo
Tsaka-
pinapakinggan. Hindi kasi tayo malaking channel eh.
Ang sarap pakawalan nung I'm sorry, I love you. Napakasarap na words na yun, man.
They're
Brad,
talking with the
Yun.
wrong person.
kung sino man nagsabi nun, iba naman Brad yung kiss as sa respect.
Oo.
Kalayo
Exactly.
naman nun.
totoo.
'Di ba? Respeto, hindi, it doesn't mean na kung nire-respeto mo or nagbibigay ka ng respeto, nag-a-ass kissing ka na. Hindi naman ganun eh. Hindi yan ganun, kapatid. Baguhin na po natin ang ating pananaw. Kung ang atin naman dito makatulong kahit papaano, kahit hindi na kagaya ng dati. Iwasan po natin yung masyado kasi tayong entitled na ako ganito na ako, hahabulin ako ng mga ganyan, promoter, ganyan, kasi champion ako. Hindi po totoo yun. Kayo lang po ang nagsasabi niyan.
Dati po nag-confess si Champ eh. Dati si Champ Donaire nagaganon din eh. Lumaki daw ulo dati ni Champ eh.
totoo po yun.
O ngayon,
Totoo po yun.
ngayon tinuruan si Champ na mag-abide sa kanyang promoter.
Totoo po yun. Kasi nung yun nga na-experience ko na yun eh. Kaya nga gusto kong maibigay yung advice na to work with the promoter, and kung lumalaki na yung pangalan mo, just be grateful na lang instead of na, ako to, ganito. Wala kang mapupuntahan yan eh. I know I've been there, you know. So, yun na po is it's just best to work together in that essence na may future kang mapupuntahan.
Yeah, and I think I think this is already eating away with Tata. Kasi, diba, there's a live that he said, he goes, I'm the boxer, everyone's gonna follow what I do. I'm the shot caller. And then now this happens. No? People, like, when you say things like that, parang it's gonna karma and come back at you very quickly. I can't find there was a message that was asking what else can happen, like his whole world's falling now, what else can happen pa? Yung answer ko doon is if he's not ready for 9 weeks from now. So, I mean, he can still win, he can still train, but if he's not taking this fight seriously, if he's not losing weight now, as in today, put down the rice and the fork and the spoon and, start training and being healthy, kasi I won't go how many pounds he weighs na, but if you, let's say, what do you think, 30 pounds? 30 divided, do you think he's more than 30 pounds? What's 30? 30.
Tanong mo kay Sherwin. Best friend yan eh.
Actually, nag-lose siya ng weight, siguro, I don't know, ano nga ba yun? Chat mo nito, yung Sabi mo weight niya kanina.
Wasn't it like
Tinira na
150
naman
or
ako nito.
160, diba? Wasn't it
Ako na naman.
160?
Oh, of course.
Before when he left for
Competition kayo sa kainan eh.
when he was in
Oh, before nung
quarantine eh.
ang sabi nila nung dumating siya galing dito, Pilipinas, he was like 150 or something like that. And
He was 155, Champ.
155
Okay,
yung
so I'm
yung
basing it off
walking
of 160 kasi of course they had fiesta sa Ormoc, no? So that's 42 pounds. Everybody, that's 42 pounds.
He
Let's
weighs
divide that.
155. He weighs 155 that time after 1 month of training in Manila. We have 1 month training in Manila before we went to Vegas last
Oh
camp.
my goodness. Okay, so I put 160 pounds minus 118. That's yung contract weight. So that's 42 pounds divided by 9 weeks. That's 5 pounds about
roughly
per
5
week. So that's the only, I mean, right now, the only card he still has in his hand is yung belt. He needs to defend that if he wants to continue his career, and he has to win yung fight. So in for that commenter that was asking what else could happen, this is now all in his hands. There's no one else that's going to help him. It's him lang. He has to show up, and he's going to have to take responsibility for yung camp niya. No one else can do that for him. Even yung brother niya, hindi pwede kasi he's the one that's gonna have to eat healthy. He's the one that's gonna have to run, train sa gym, and spar enough and come up with a game plan. So
And that's agree, ma'am, because that's also what our promoter is giving to him. Nutritionist, strength and conditioning. Of course, nandiyan sila Memo Heredia, nandiyan din sila, of course, the son of Sir Sean, Brendan Gibbons, also now a very, very good cook and a nutritionist. And if they will not do it right, mahirapan sila. So, the best thing to do is to get or to pay a nutritionist, pay a strength and conditioning coach for you to be guided. A trainer is not enough na siya din yung mag-nutritionist at mag-strength and conditioning. Kailangan may expertise talaga dyan. Like, yan sila Sir Memo Heredia, talagang inaral niya yan, strength and conditioning. Also, yung mga nutritionist natin. And lahat ng yun, gastos yun. And if you are under a promoter, sinasagot ng promoter yan. So, yan ang isa sa mga mahirap na kung ikaw ay independent, lahat yan iisipin mo. Plus, magbabawas ka pa ng timbang.
yes,
yeah, as much as this live is about the Butler and Casimero, meron din kaming payo dito for him na he has to start now. He has to make an effort now. At saka yung kailangan niya, may possibility pa rin, but he has to make that effort now. And I know that they are paying attention. If they are paying attention, this is a learning experience, learning lesson. And kung ano man yung mangyayari dito, you still have time.
yeah. Look at the
Loko talaga si Karel
the
Planto.
calories he has to burn.
Gago.
Mau
Si
TV,
Karel Planto.
dami ng calories. Ano men, lechon, isang lechon yan at saka ano yun? Lechon
He likes apparently sinigang ng baboy and lechong baboy.
lechon baboy. Ako rin Gusto ko rin
Yeah,
yun
but you can't eat it every day, no?
No. Tataba yung puso natin yan
Yeah.
But that's yun yung happenings at this moment, and yun ang maibibigay natin sa kanila at sa inyo din po ang informasyon na magaganap and the possibility. Imagine this, kung hindi niya to what would I say, if he doesn't take this seriously, there's a big consequences ang mangyayari pag hindi to if he doesn't take it seriously. Right?
Yes, I'm gonna address this. Kasalanan ni SB yan. I don't know why you guys keep blaming SB for anything. Casimero is a grown adult. He is the only person responsibility for his life. At
Wala ka naman
yun,
pala eh,
At
Mark
believe
saka,
eh.
that
nung
it's not
nandito
okay.
rin, di ba, SB has
Kasalanan
always
natin to, nag-away tayo, Mark.
Ikaw, go ahead. Do you want me to turn
sige,
around for a
sige,
minute? Go
sige,
ahead.
sige.
Go. Sige.
No, yeah. No, when we were there, the first time I met, well, not the first time, but nang nakita ko si Mark doon, he was always helpful with Casimero kasi Casimero hindi marunong mag-English eh. He was always by his side kung ano yung kailangan ni Casimero, nandun si SB. And of course, there's turmoils in the camp and yung nangyayari, ganun yung nangyayari. It's not responsible of other people for your career. Ang career mo ay career mo. Ang decision mo ay decision mo. Ang emotion mo ay emotion mo. Meaning, ikaw po yung kasalanan sa lahat ng direksyon na pupuntahan ng buhay mo. Ganun po yung I take full responsibility for where I am in my life. Because kahit may ibang tao na nagsisira sa akin dyan or tumutulak na ganito ganyan, ako pa rin yung nagdidesisyon at the end of the day. Meaning, ako po yung may sala kasi nag-oo ako or nag-hindi ako.
Because of this talks or podcast, I realize how complicated the boxing industry is and how valuable your promotion to be on top of the fight game and get a good match and purse. It's a
Yan.
very
Totoo yan.
complicated and old business. And I
Yes.
think people forget that. Kasi, yung fans, they always just watch yung laban lang. They tune in when there's already a fight announced. And then they don't understand that there's so much negotiation, so much paperwork, so many people that have to put a fight together, from not just yung promoter and yung media at yung logistics ng laban, pero yung logistics ng camp din. There's a lot that goes behind. Pero you guys just see yung
What's going on, yung fight,
yung
yung mga
finished
ganon.
product. That's all you guys see.
Yeah.
You don't see all the
At saka nung mga failed negotiation ang sasabihin natin, ay, takot pala yung boksingero.
Mm.
You know? So,
Yan nga, champion nga ang tayo lang ang nakakagawa dito sa atin, sa circle natin. Tayo lang ang nakakagawa niyan. Hindi kagaya ng mga nasa ibang channel, wala ibang pinag-uusapan kundi, si ganito versus si ganyan. Anong masasabi nyo? Anong reaction nyo?
Yes.
Magandang laban. Pero behind the scene, dito namin ine-expose
Management.
para talagang malaman nyo yung talagang totoong business about boxing. Kasi yung iba talagang ano lang yung walang alam sa boxing. Putya, ganito naman yan si wala yan. Mga ganyan. Dito kasi ine-expose namin talaga, tinatry namin may expose yung talagang mga important details na kailangan yung malaman. Bakit ba may mga hindi natutuloy na ganitong laban, may mga unfinished negotiation because andito mga expert, Champ Nonito, Ma'am Rachel, Silvervoice ng MP Promotion. So wag tayo makikinig basta-basta sa ibang mga channel
Ay
na
mo banggitin, bro.
magaling lang magsalita na wala namang mga experience talaga na never been heard na nagtrabaho sa promotion, sa kahit anong mga sports ng boxing. Doon tayo makinig, doon talaga sa may mga experience at nagtatrabaho talaga sa promotion.
Benny Gogo, QA will still KO Butler in the end regardless of the politics. I mean, that's our hope, diba? That's what we're all hoping for, and that's what we're praying for, that he comes out as the winner. But we're just trying to make sure he understands where he is in his career right now, yung hurdles he's gonna have to overcome at where his fight stands. Its fight stands in either Dubai or Liverpool on December 11th, 9 weeks from now. Yun. Oh. Good.
Well, and Wendell Orihuela, very informative talks about in boxing world. Yun nga, there's so many things happening sa behind the scene ng boxing. Kaya nga yung mga fight hindi nagaganap or it's extended to a longer period of time because yun po may mga demand yung mga side, may demand yung mga side or yung mga promoter, yung mga the amount of the money, yung mga ganun. There's so many things that goes behind the boxing na hindi natin nakikita.
Yaoji, yeah,
Yao TV.
Yaoji TV, mga content creator, kadalasan fake news. You know, the thing that I have to say about that is kasi there's so many content creators that just keep taking content from other people pero they
Yan.
don't really know anything, di ba? And
Yan.
for me,
Problema ko rin yan eh. Problema ko rin yan, Ma'am Rachel eh. Yung tipong
yeah, di
pag
ba? I
nakita
stole
ko,
your
oh,
content and I
video ko
put
to
your
ah.
picture on mine.
Hmm. Hindi ikaw hindi prank nyo. Pero yung ibang content creator, nakikita ko rin, oh, video ko to ah. Tapos mas marami pa yung views sa akin. Hindi man lang nagbigay ng credit. Nakakainis
Bakit?
yung mga
Oh,
Sino
imagine
ba ako?
Yung Andrew E.
Yung Andrew E. Yung Andrew
Sino
E.
ba ako?
People stole that.
So many people stole that.
So many.
Oh,
Ma'am Rachel, pahingi ako ng mga links ha.
Okay,
Mga ano.
sorry, I forgot. Pero
Tatawag ko sa FBI agad.
TV, what I want to say is that the thing is, it's so easy to say, you know, this is reported from someone or whatever, but you don't understand yung boxing business behind. So it's, I don't know if it's really, I would say, fake news or just young misinformed and young in the game. You don't understand what you're talking about, and then when it's coming from your mouth, you lose credibility. You lose credibility with yung viewers mo kasi you don't really know what you're talking about. That's why I always want to go with yung sino yun? Si Bad. Okay, Bad, you know everything.
Si
Sige.
Budoy, si Budoy.
Sorry. You know lahat sa boxing world, diba? At I want to debate with him kasi I want to see who's in yung telepono. Yeah. Did I say that right?
What?
His phone. I want him.
Telepono?
I want it. Yeah.
telepono niya.
Cellphone. I want to see yung cellphone records niya. Sino? Who are you talking to talaga? That you know so much in the boxing world. Diba when we were just talking, I got a phone call from Richard Schaefer. Are you getting your information from him? Or are you
Directly?
a person of a person that heard it
or
sa bar?
sabi nila ganito daw, sabi ganito. It's, you know, it's without clarification, it's not truth, no?
And it
So-
creates a toxic environment. Kasi everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you're lying," and then
Yes.
everyone's just gonna cross fingers because no one really heard it from the actual. You never
Person.
had a first person interaction.
Yes.
So no strength and conditioning trainer who accept Tata Casimero's trained to get 118 from 115 in 9 weeks. It will destroy the S&C coach's career. I mean, it's not healthy. Boxers do it all the time. Pero I don't know yung WBO merong weight checks ba?
Walang weight check yung WBO. Pero yung
WBC,
WBC,
WBC meron po. Yan sila
Opo.
champion.
Sila.
because they tell me when the contract is signed, that's the first thing they're gonna do is you have to be in this amount of
30
weight.
days out.
Oo.
30 days out, and then then you have to do all these weight checks. Sa IBF na is
IBF ay 10 pounds
After
the
After
day of
ng
the fight.
weigh-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the weigh-in, the day of the weigh-in, after the day. Yeah.
the morning of the fight.
The morning of the
After
fight.
the day
Yeah,
of the day
yun
of the
na nga,
weigh-ins.
yun nga. Basta yun na yun.
So each governing body, each
Iba-iba
belt
yung rules nila.
has different rules.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of fans don't know. Can you make yung dogs be quiet, please? Lechon dogs. Do you think Casimero have a chance or right to transfer to a different promoter? That's not my question. That's an SV question.
Sir, ano po yan complicated kasi actually as of this moment may managerial conflict pa nga po ang ating WBO champion na inaayos pa rin. Tapos magtatalo na naman sa panibagong problem. So hindi po yan komplikado po, komplikado. Napakahirap po niyang sagutin sa ngayon kasi actually kumbaga sa layman's term inarbor po siya ng MP, inarbor siya nila Sir Sean, and they tried to fix things yung sa kanyang current promoter ngayon. Current manager. And yung ganyan pong pag-jump into another promotion, mga kaibigan, ano din po yan. May politics behind din dyan, mga kaibigan, because this big players, mga kaibigan, if you are blacklisted sa isa dyan sa mga yan, mga idol, I don't think the other two, for example, there's 3 of them. I don't think the other 2 will sacrifice their ties with the other one na you have in conflict with, unless you fix things muna, and then you go separate ways peacefully. Maybe the other yung ibang mga players maaring ano ka, but that's a very napaka anong question niya, napakalawak po. Hindi po niya natin masasagot ng yes or no lang. Halimbawa,
So
yes, pwede. Yes, ma'am.
let me just kind of add on to that, SB. If he wants to transfer, he can ask for a release. But the promoter that he has right now has the option to say no.
Yeah.
So that's one, huh? Two, if a promoter decides to come and try to take him from the current promoter, there's going to be a lawsuit interfering with your contract. Yeah, I have three. There's always three. Then there's three. There's a negotiation to buy out his contract. So I said three. So yun, there's options for him to do those things. But you have to understand the way that these things are done. It's not through email lang. You can't just fire your promoter. And I could say that because I've seen communication firsthand, huh? This is not gossip from third party. I've seen a screenshot na. It was sent to me that they had stated that they fired MP Promotions. Hindi pwede yan. You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna just break the contract and you're fired. We're breaking up na as of today. Hindi pwede. So, I don't know who...
Hindi ba yun? Pwede?
Hindi.
Ganun ba yun?
So, I want to clarify that for people that think it's just so easy to get out of you could just fire your promoter.
Kasi
That's not a thing.
pag may kontrata po, yun po ang kailangan mong sundin. Kasi po, pag hindi nyo nasunod yun, may breach of contract po yun. At you will go to legal battles at saka you'll be fined. No? At minsan, like for a while, for a lot of people, they get set out. Hindi na sila makalaban until the contract is over. Marami po akong nakikita ng mga ganon, yung mga baguhan ng mga boksingero na akala na malaki yung pangalan nila, nangyayari po yun. That's why ang payo ko sa kanila is to get along until na lumaki yung pangalan mo.
Yep.
Yes. Tulog na ata si Sherwin.
No, kasi may mga nagtatanong dito. Akala
Nanonood ng
kasi
bull
nila
jump.
kadali yung paglipat ng promotion. Sabi kasi nila, okay, pagkatapos ng laban dito kay Butler, pwede naman sila lumipat. Kakatapos lang ipaliwanag, meron naman nagtanong, di pagkatapos ng contract, saka na lang siya lumipat ng promotion. Kailan matatapos ang contract at kailan magsisimula? Sige. Tayo dito sa atin, alam natin yung nangyayari. Di ba? Kaya lang, syempre, hindi naman po pwede sasagutin yung mga tanong nila na katulad niyan is, usapin yan do sa loob ng nila bro Silvervoice na kinabibilangan niya sa MP promotion at hindi rin po pwede mamagitan din dito si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Di ba? Kumbaga, kung gusto nilang mapalipat sa ibang promotion, dapat wala sila sa shit list. Once you're na shit list, alam mo yun, walang magbibigay sa iyo ng laban. Ako promoter, si Ma'am Rachel promoter, si SB promoter, nasa shit list ka, pumunta ka sa promotion Bro David, sino magbibigay ng laban? Ako, hindi ko ayoko dyan. Nasa shit list yan dito Dito kasi lahat, kilala nila ako sino fighter. Kumbaga, pag malinis record mo, wala ka magiging problema sa magiging kalaban mo. Yun yung minsan na hindi nyo maintindihan dito sa nasa comment section. Kumbaga, sabi na nga ni Bro Silvervoice na parang politics din. Itong boxing. Kumbaga, yun nga, kung nasa shitlist ka, sino sa tingin mo ang pwede ibigay sa iyo na magandang laban na sa tingin mo magiging pretty boy ka or magiging star ka? Di ba? You have to clean your name.
Yes.
Rengoy is official. The question, madam, is after the contract. Of course, after yung contract, if the contract is fulfilled, with his promoter, then he is considered a free agent. That is when you can start talking to kahit sino about a promotional agreement. You cannot talk to any other promoter about signing until after yung contract.
At
So
saka
yes.
may ano yun eh, may mga nagaganap dun sa kontrata na if you're a world champion, they have the, anong tawag nun? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't think you read your contracts, eh. So that's why I'm laughing.
Okay.
Contract extension.
Yan, extension. Ha? Iba yung
Contract-
extension na iniisip mo, Sherwin, ha?
Oy,
Contract
kasi yung promotion, kasi dati na alam ko, yun nga, sabi ko nga, nagtayo ako ng promotion talaga sa totoo lang dati. Kaya lang mali yung napunta ni Bro Jason kasi yung promotion ko nagpapalipad papuntang Japan. Yung mga kumakanta, sumasayaw. Japayuki.
Japan.
Mali eh.
Sana na ngayon.
Hindi, pinala natin sa joke. Pero men. Baka sumobra tayo sa mga information. Silvervoice.
Calling. I just want to let you know I'm not going to post it. We've agreed that we are no longer calling people names, yung boy, whatever. So I'm not ignoring you, pero if you want to post it with yung proper name, yun na.
Eh kung Bisaya ka, din sabi nila boy pangalan mo. Ano yung
No,
masasabi mo dun?
you're reading it. You know which one I'm talking about.
Ano, pag Bisaya ka and then sabihin mo yung pangalan mo ay boy Bisaya, boy Bisaya, di ba? I'm joking. That was my dad joke that nobody understands.
Pang matatalino lang yan, champ eh. Yung mga jokes mo, champ, pang matatalino. Kaya pagka hindi ka tumawa, alam mo na kung sino, kung ano ka.
Nag-iisip pa eh. Calculation.
They'll get it when they're sleeping. They'll be like, oh, I get it na.
Yeah. Yun nga po, again, there's a lot of and then also for us, we want to help mga Filipino boxers to get fights as well. So
Well, and that's a discussion that we've been talking with C. Richard about because he, with PROBELLUM being such a growing exponentially every week and signing fighters, like of course we want to help, bring the opportunity to the fighters in the Philippines. So yeah.
So and at saka for me, I'm very straightforward with this. Now, wala akong ang maibibigay ko sa mga Pilipino, yung mga laban lang is for them to win and make a big name. Yun lang ang pagkakataon na maibibigay ko. For me, I'm not there to lay a red carpet for them, make yourself because that's how you create character. Imagine this, nung una pa ako, hindi ako special fighter eh. Kung ako yung nagiging short notice palagi, tinatawagan ako 1 week, sige, laban ka, okay, diretso, laban ako, natalo ko yung kalaban. So ibang beses ako, ganun ako na nagiging short notice.
And how much pa?
At tsaka yung una kong, yung lumaban ako dyan, ang kuha ko lang for 6 rounds, $60. So, $60? Yun nga. Yeah, $60, 6 rounds. Parang $10 a round.
Mm-hmm.
So,
parang sparring lang.
Yung mas malaki pa nga yung kasparing ko na binibigay ko sa sparring ko eh.
Malaki pa nga sa'yo, champ eh. Sa Philippines nga, 1,000 pesos per round.
Diba? Mas malaki pa yung sa akin eh.
$60, 3,000.
$20.
500 lang per round yung kay Jam Nonito. 500 pesos lang
$60 equivalent of 3,000 pesos.
Oh, malaki yun. Per round, sa Philippines,
So
1,000 pesos.
To be a sparring partner, we'll pay him $10 a round.
Sino, Ma'am Rachel?
Ikaw?
Ako?
Yeah,
Hindi nga ako pupunta bukas eh.
Yun yung gear mo.
Actually,
bro, yung ginagawa ni Map Soberano TV ni Kuya Jello, yung may body armor tapos iba body shot ka na.
David, yung idea mo, bro, parang talagang gusto mo na ako matodas eh, no? Pwede naman tayong manood na lang, bro, David, at makipalakpak. No.
Kaya mo yung content mo, sasabihin mo ako niya.
Ano content? Pagtapos ko, saan ko pupulutin?
I was in
Butay
the
ko,
Philippines.
atay ko sa loob. Pambira ka.
Yeah, I was in the Philippines at that time at parang yun po yung yung nangyari. And then I think lumaban ako ng Guam, my 4th fight ng WBO Asia Pacific, yung pinakauna kong belt against a Thailander. At saka I think I got paid siguro 1,000 for a 12-round fight. Yun po, 1,000 for 12-round fight. So, the hardship, maraming we suffer mga Pilipino, we suffer a lot of kahit nandito na ako sa States, especially mga boksingero diyan sa Pilipinas, they suffer so much and maraming nagti-take advantage. Kaya nga we are planning with PROBELLUM to bring hindi lang sa bring mga Filipino fighters, more like give Filipino fighters a fighting chance to be in a stage na makikita sila sa lahat ng mga tao sa buong mundo. So that's what we're planning on helping the Philippine boxing by giving them fights.
Well, technically, PROBELLUM gave Casimero a chance to defend his belt. Kasi what happens if no one bids?
Wala.
Strip.
Sa street lang?
Stripper.
Okay, drink coffee kasi you're like left. You're going all the way over there na.
So, yun na nga, with PROBELLUM, I'm very grateful with PROBELLUM na binigyan nila ng chance to defend the title and to keep the title going. And again, nagpasalamat din ako sa PROBELLUM for allowing me to help the Filipino boxers. So, mga Pilipino, mga boksingero dyan, work hard. Pag ma-notice po kayo, we'll give you guys fights.
I guess one of the questions is, if anything, the question is whether the principal parties will proceed with the fight given the modest payday each stand to make. That would be very interesting because I believe if you don't fight, you'll lose your position, diba? Like if he decides not to fight when the purse bid was already done, he can get stripped.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's a big problem.
What's the lesser of two evils? I mean, he's gonna have to make that decision, diba?
That's very, very unfortunate.
Don't fight, get stripped. Do fight and get paid little, or not something as much as you were thinking.
Or siguro it would have been better if you got along with your promoter and you got 10 times as much or 4 times as much as you'll get with the so
with yung first bid. That's always the problem with first bids.
Jake muna. Yes, I am in the ESBC video game. So if you guys are playing the video game, please download my character.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, well, not yet, but I am in the ESBC video game, boxing game. So, yun na po ang if you guys have anything else to add or ask question, I don't want to take too much time because alam ko na very late na sa inyo dyan. Thank you guys thank you SV Bro David for enlightening our viewers here the next time. And if you need us as well to explain this for your guys and channel, feel free to get this clip from us.
Or just give us a heads up. Pero if you guys, Sherwin knows, we'll be traveling tomorrow to LA. So, baby!
Yeah, my baby.
Papunta na ako dyan.
Like baby.
Baby. Wow.
Sila champion ako.
Ako, ninong si Jump niya, ninong.
Bro David, pag hindi ako naging ninong niyan, men, sabi ko sa'yo.
Ikaw nga kukunin kong ninong, pati ninang na rin eh.
Oh!
Pwede, bro Sherwin, pwede rin ba kita kunin sa ninong? Nang ninong, hindi pa ako nabibinyagan eh.
Bira ka, patingin niya ako, kung tuloy ka na.
Pinakita ko na yun sa inyo kahapon, di ba?
Oo, nabinyagan na to si Champ.
Grabe, Champ. Matindi. Talagang nangitim ha, nagpatan.
Oo, nagpatad ako eh. Umitim ako
Champ,
dun eh.
Champ, kailan ba mag-uumpisa yung first bid niya ni Kong?
Hindi, bibigyan ko kaya pupunta ako ng Pilipinas kasi pupuntahan ko yan, bibigyan ko ng kontrata.
Ayan,
Wow!
oo.
Oh.
Tapos
May
yung
ano na pala, ha?
LA, and then we'll go
St.
to
Peters.
Philippines to go and
Hindi, kasi susunduin ako sa LA ni Champ Nonito. So, bahala na kayo, Kong. Kung ako sa'yo, matulog ka lagi ng maaga. Patay ka.
So, yeah, again, Bro SB, Bro David, hindi ko naman bro si Sherwin. Bro. Salamat talaga bro for enlightening our viewers here. And again, kung kailangan nyo kami for anything, feel free to let us know kung ano man yung to further explain. Kung may bagong happenings or news, I'll definitely come to your channel for that the next time. I wanted to have this for us together, but hindi namin na figure out yun eh. So
yeah, if you
Ito yata si Jason to.
get any questions
Bro
about
Jason,
let us know.
kung ikaw man yan, pumalik ka na. Umakit ka na rito, bro.
Who? What?
ano yan?
Jason, yung Kuya Lods. Oh, him.
Is it him?
Yeah, I think so. Kasi, oo, tama naman yung ano. Pa-highlights nga po ako, Ma'am Rachel. Bro Jason,
Go up.
Where?
i-unblock mo kasi ako. Tapos,
Lods,
sige mo,
haha.
bibigay ko sa'yo yung link.
Kuya Lods just says haha.
Haha lang ba yun
Yun lang?
sinabi niya? Bro,
This one?
kung ano man,
Yeah.
kung ano man bro, gawin niyo na kasi
Bakit haha?
ewan ko.
Natutuwa po sa akin, Ma'am Rachel.
I'm confused. Is that all he said?
Basta
Opo.
yun na po is
Eto, Ma'am Rachel, may kadugtong pa yung sinabi niya, haha. Ang gwapo mo talaga, Sherwin. Ang sarap mong kurutin ng nail cutter sa muka. Pag nakita. Hindi, joke lang.
Dahil kay Silvervoice, nagugas kasi ng pinggan. Huwag ka na magugas ng pinggan, Silvervoice. Talagang, yun ay may bad luck pala yun. Joke lang. Ay, naku, naibunton pa sa atin tuloy yung kasalanan, no?
yeah. But,
Yan, lalo na po, pagka naka-live po si Champ Nonito at Ma'am Rachel, pag may mga katanungan po kayo about anything or kung sa sex life ninyo, namang problema kayo, yan, pwede po lahat ng bagay. Business, ano pa ba yun? Depression, yan.
Same din sa inyong mga channel. You guys have really amazing content, especially mga music nyo, yung mga ganun, yung mga talents nyo. Talentado pala talaga kayong lahat.
Parang ang pangit pakinggan, Champ, ah.
Talentado rin yan talaga si David. Yan ang pinaka-talentado sa lahat.
Talentado?
Sa lahat ng magkakapatid, pinaka-talentado.
Ano yung maigagawa ko sa inyo guys, for being here. I'm very grateful. And at the same time, nabibigyan din natin ng mga payo or advice from the other team at saka lahat ng mga Pilipino or even sa lahat ng mga tao na ma-feel galing from the bottom to the top. Minsan lumalaki yung ulo natin eh. At hindi natin naiisip yung saan yung pinanggalingan natin. So, with that, hopefully na may natutunan kayo dito. And again, Silvervoice, thank you for gracing us with your knowledge. And David Lontayao, thank you din po, bro.
And
Pogi
baby.
for life. And baby, ilang taon yan?
7 months, Champ.
7 months. Ay, nako.
Yeah.
Sino una sa inyo
7
gumapang
months.
dalawa?
Pero lumalaban na sa magulang eh.
Ay, nako.
Sino unang gumapang sa inyong dalawa ng baby mo, Bro David?
Ikaw talaga, bro, ah.
Yan. Okay. Well, so guys, again, if ever you have any questions about Probellum, Richard Schaefer, what's going on with yung purse bid, that you don't understand it, you could ask SV, David. Don't ask Sherwin; he doesn't know. Or us, and we'll
As
explain
well,
we'll explain it to you as best
Bahala
as we can.
kayo.
and you support our brothers here as well. Yun ang magagawa natin is to support each other. So, Silvervoice channel, David Lontayao's channel, let's all support each other.
Pogi for life. You forgot
Pogi
his
for life. Nakalimutan ko eh. Pogi for life.
Talaga ayaw mo talaga na sa akin talaga suportahan, no?
So again, my brothers and sister, mga kapatid, mga kapamilya, mga kaibigan ko dito, lahat ng mga viewers, I hope na
Sa Facebook and YouTube. Yan.
Yan, Facebook
Yes,
and
we
YouTube.
unblocked you na.
Yeah,
David.
unblock ka na, David.
Pero
Oo
under
nga, Champ.
probation ka pa, ha, David. At ano na,
Kahapon hindi ko talaga ma-research yung Nonito Donaire Jr. na yung may
Susumbong tayo,
5,000
bro.
yung may 5,000 na follow 500,000 na follower. Sabi ko, bro, ano yung mga si Ma'am Rachel, nahiya ako baka blinak ako Confirm nga, blinak talaga ako.
Okay.
Ikaw
but
kasi yung comment ng American
Under the
Flash,
Saya and American Flash. Wait, may skit ako May skit ako na ipapalabas ko sooner. It's the American Flash and the Filipino Flash.
Yan.
Yun.
Ako po yung American Flash. Yan.
Opo.
akala ko ba si Champ Nonito yun, sabi mo? Nagpunta ka ba yung under the saya?
Okay, guys, we're gonna go kasi we
Magte-training
gotta
David.
We're gonna go to
Kasi
LA.
siniseryoso ko po yung training ko kahit
We start sparring next week, Monday na.
So next week, mag-sparring na po ako starting, and I will have a clip here and there para makita nyo yung mga trainings ko po. Usually, hindi ako gumaganon, but this time, I owe it sa lahat ng mga fans, lahat ng mga tao na for you guys to see that stuff.
Yan.
So again, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. May you have a blessed day, night. And
Shoutout muna natin, Champ, si Rich Don TV. Nandito siya ngayon. Nanonood sa atin. Yung kaibigan natin.
shout out to Richton.
Yan.
Yung sinigang Rich Don, ha? Nangako.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nonito. Go!